Oceanbound is a really cool experience. Most of us know that when we turn on our faucet, water comes out. But where does that water go after we're done using it is a question that has a little bit of mystery about it. This exhibit is all about shedding some light on that mysterious process, on really where does water go, how is it treated, how is it processed, and how does that relate to our environment and our natural resources. Water is often seen as a very endless resource here on this planet. After all, most of our planet is covered in it. But freshwater is a much smaller section of the majority of salt water that's there. This exhibit tries to show how all of that happens, everything from ocean currents to rainfalls, how water collects in different regions around the US, how cities and civilizations in particular take that precious resources, process it, recycle it, purify it, and have it ready to use for our consumption. The exhibit has a ton of interactives. We created this exhibit to be friendly for all ages. It doesn't matter if you're an adult or a child. A lot of it is hands-on, a lot of it is interactive. Some of my favorite exhibits would be how humans use water. We've got weights, games to play, buttons to press, all kinds of really cool interactives throughout. So it's definitely going to keep a lot of enjoyment and entertainment at the front, and you're going to learn something.
The museum at Sugar Land brings in a special exhibit 1 to 2 times a year. And these are generally traveling exhibits that are on a subject that we think is really compelling and would be of interest to our visitors. So for the spring, we had been exploring this exhibit on water. Most people don't realize what an important resource water is and actually how scarce it is worldwide. And so we decided that bringing in Oceanbound, which is an exhibit about watersheds, about how water goes through the cycle and basically ends up in your home. You know, we turn the tap, but we don't always think about where that water comes from. And that is what this exhibit addresses in part. And also it talks about conservation, and it talks about what people can do, what actions they can take in their everyday lives to affect the supply of water in their communities.
Not only is water such an important part of our health, the water is such a vague term of H2O. Usually there are so many other ingredients that are involved in it that differ from region to region, as well as understanding that water isn't an endless resource and there needs to be active implements, engagements, and policies around making sure that that very, very important resource does not ever fall below where we need it to be. The infrastructure, the machinery, the technology, and the amount of people who devote their entire lives to this one resource. That it's a very big project that will involve everybody to make sure that it's done properly and continues to be done properly. This exhibit will be here till pretty much the start of summer. If you haven't seen it yet, please come down and see it. We would absolutely love to answer your questions if you had any. And if you'd like to be a part of the process and the solution moving forward of water and resources here in the city of Sugar Land, definitely stop by.